Devlin McCormack. Hello, I'm Susan La Paz, Executive Officer of this facility. On behalf of the captain and the crew of Cerberus, I would like to extend my deepest sympathy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How was your journey?
Long. I haven't been off-world in a while. You tend to forget how big this goddamn universe really is.
I know what you mean. You must be tired. I'll show you to your quarters. We have a spare room for visiting officials. It's one of the nice ones.
When's the funeral service?
Tomorrow morning. The captain figured you'd want to get back home as soon as possible afterwards, so we'll send you out in the shuttle tomorrow afternoon. The ship you arrived on, the Kushiro, has some more business to take care of in this quadrant. You'll rendezvous with her before she heads back. That way you don't have to wait a week until she delivers the next supply pod.
Good. I'm not sure I want to stay too long on the edge of a black hole.
It's perfectly safe, I assure you. And if the geostationary boosters ever failed, we'd have more than enough time to evacuate before anyone was in danger.
That's reassuring to know.
It's about time, Ward. You've known about this for a week, and you're still late.
I was fucking busy, okay? This the guy? Patty the leprechaun?
Yeah, and show some respect, will you?
What's the matter?
Standard procedure. Anyone new has to be checked in by security. It's just a formality.
It would be a formality. I seen your file, McCormack. If it was up to me, there's no way I'd let a sicko like you on board. You're unstable. Dangerous.
Christ, Ward, leave it alone. He's only here for his son's funeral.
He's nuts. Shell-shocked from the war. He drove his own wife to suicide. Take my advice. Don't date this guy.
You asshole! Will you shut up?
Look, if you don't want me on board...
Unfortunately, it's not about what I want. The captain invited you here. All I'm supposed to do is confirm your identity and check you for weapons.
Which you have done?
I haven't searched him yet.
I think you've done enough for one day. Leave him alone.
Okay, but I'm watching you, McCormack. You put your Irish nose where it's not wanted and I'll cut it off.
I am so sorry about that.
I must put him on my Christmas card list.
Can you believe the company? They take the most racist, sexist, bigoted numbskull in the galaxy and put him in charge of the guns?
Maybe they're hoping he'll shoot himself in the foot.
Maybe they are. Come on, this way.
And although his body is lost to us, we lay this plaque in his memory, so that he will live on in our hearts as a colleague and as a friend. Mr. McCormack, would you like to say something?
Thank you. Yeah. Look, I know I've never met any of you before, but I appreciate your presence here now. I wasn't a good father to Danny. I let him down. Badly. Even drove him away. If I had taken the time to understand what he was going through, rather than worrying about my own problems, then he might not have left. And ultimately might not have died so young. To lose someone close to you, it hurts like no physical pain can hurt. But with time, the pain lessens. It can become bearable, but to lose your child, it's like being killed over and over again. The pain is relentless. Danny, I'm sorry. You were all I had. And I never realized that until you were lost to me forever. Forgive me.
See? I told you he was a head case.
Shut up!
McCormack, your son's death was no accident. It was murder. The note signed from a friend. My God, it can't be true. But if it is, I swear I will kill whoever was responsible for Danny's death. Looks like a complete entertainment system. It's a table. Hello again.
Oh, hi. Look, I hope the service was okay. We're not used to that sort of thing here.
It was fine.
Good.
What is your job?
I'm second in command. I run the show when the captain's not here, and when he is here, I do all the admin he can't be bothered with. Privilege of command.
What's it like to work here?
My husband is Jeff Lowe, the comms officer, so I don't get too lonely. It's just a shame the company didn't think to install any married quarters on this rock. It's separate bedrooms only.
What is your background?
I always wanted to travel, so I signed up to be on transport crews. But it's difficult to get postings on the same ship for husband and wife, so I've settled here.
How well did you know Danny?
As well as I know any of the other technicians, I guess. I only dealt with him on administrative matters.
What do you know about Danny's death?
He went out to the probe on a routine job. He had to retrieve a sensor. It should have been straightforward enough.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Not that I was aware of. Sure, there were a few personality clashes, but that isn't so unusual here.
Can you give me access to Danny's possessions?
That's not permitted. Look, Devlin, you're flying out soon. It's best to leave it alone. Get on with your life.
Can you give me access to Danny's possessions?
That's not permitted. Look, Devlin, you're flying out soon. It's best to leave it alone. Get on with your life.
Are there any animals on board?
Well, not counting Ward, there's the 2 dogs, Barry and Burgess. They've got the run of the place.
Who do they belong to?
I can't really remember. They've been here so long. Waterman feeds them, so I guess they're his.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
There are the doors to the elevator. snacks. I'm not hungry right now. This dispenser offers a good variety of drinks. It's the canteen table. I've nothing to say. These are the only mementos that I have of my only son. It appears to contain audio-visual entertainment systems. It's locked. Not much storage space for one person. It's a table. It's a writing desk. Not much storage space for one person. Through there is the bathroom. You're the shuttle pilot, right?
Sure am. Queen of the skies, that's me.
Was that you flying escort when I arrived? Those were some nifty moves you pulled.
Hey, that was nothing. I can outfly any Kobayashi jockey. Top of the class in 57.
Really? That's unusual, especially for...
For a woman? Listen, pal, you take your sexist comments and blow them out your ass.
I was going to say, especially for a transport pilot. Security normally get the cream of the crop.
Oh, sorry. Knee-jerk reaction. Some of the guys around here aren't exactly liberated. Actually, I'm combat trained too, just in case, but keep it to yourself. We're not supposed to have combat operatives here.
My lips are sealed. Why the secrecy?
Research we do, I guess. Plus the fact we're sharing the station with a competitor, Mogami Hudson.
I thought Mogami Hudson were allied with Kobayashi.
In theory, yes. But if they ever fall out with us, all of a sudden we've got 5 hostiles on board. I'm just part of the insurance policy.
What is your job?
I fly the shuttle and sometimes the scouts. I give training to the techies who want to take the scouts out.
Did you train my son?
I taught Danny to fly. But it wasn't his flying that got him killed.
I know. I wasn't implying anything.
Okay. I checked his scout myself before he left. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it.
What's it like to work here?
It's real tough for a girl about town like me, I can tell you. All the guys around here are either rocket scientists or dorks. I want a real man, you know?
What about Ward? He seems the rough and ready type.
Been there, done that. Let me tell you, when I first got here, he was all over me like a bag of fleas. But he was so full of himself, he put me right off. I mean, I like a man to be confident, but when they just assume you want their dicks, it's a bit much. Anyway, just when he thought he had no chance at all with me, I called him to the shuttle. Guess what? I fucked him right there and then on the goddamn floor. Scared the shit out of him. He just couldn't handle it. He hasn't been near me since.
You sound like quite a tough girl.
I'm more than a match for you, old man.
Hey, less of the old. I could still show you a thing or two.
Promises, promises.
Actually, I used to play a lot of sport when I was young.
Care to prove your athletic prowess?
Name your weapon.
I don't think pistols are appropriate, so let's use a basketball.
One-on-one? Sounds good to me.
All right. I'll meet you in the volleyball court. Bring your walking stick.
Hey, less of the lip, kid.
I can't wait to wipe that smug male chauvinist grin from your face.
What is your background?
I was a teenage rebel. Probably the last of them. After my final joyriding caper, they said to me, go to jail or do fancy flying for a career. I was never any good caged up, so I thought, why not? Signed on the dotted line. So now I get paid for doing what I like best. Well, second best.
How well did you know Danny?
Not at all in the biblical sense. A bit too young and clean cut for me. I like my men to have a few rough edges.
What do you know about Danny's death?
It shouldn't have happened. All the equipment on the Scout checked out. There must have been a malfunction on the probe.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Just the same to me. Escort the transport every week, puppy walk the techies when they want to take out the Scouts. I just do the driving.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They're miserable assholes, if you ask me. If I have to ferry them about, they don't say a word. And you know me, I like to talk. And they don't want to talk.
Thanks for the information.
Just remember, you didn't get it from me.
You were working with Danny, weren't you?
Sometimes, yes. I'm sorry about your loss, Mr. McCormick. We all are.
What is your job?
I'm just your run-of-the-mill, jack-of-all-trades scientist, I guess. I doctored in mathematics, so that qualifies me for just about anything.
What's it like to work here?
It was good. I enjoyed it. Well, as much as you can enjoy being stuck in the middle of nowhere with 19 people who don't get on.
You say was good. What changed?
You, of all people, should know that. Danny was my friend, my best friend. Everything's different now.
I'm sorry. I should have realized.
That's all right. We both lost someone close to us.
What is your background?
I've been working out in the field for 3 years now. Prior to that, I was at university.
How well did you know Danny?
He was a good friend. Whatever happened, no matter how many problems he had, he was there for me when I needed him. Out here, you need all the help you can get just to get by.
What do you know about Danny's death?
I only know that it's affected us all deeply.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
No, nothing at all. Everything was fine.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They're different from us, but live and let live is what I say.
I'll talk to you later, if I may.
I'll be happy to help you in any way I can.
I wanted to thank you for your words at the funeral. They meant a lot to me.
He was a good man. I meant what I said. Anyway, Are you packed and ready to go? When the Kushiro's back in range, the shuttle will only have a window of half an hour to rendezvous.
Yeah, about that. I was wondering if I could stay a little longer, until the Kushiro brings the next supply pod.
That's a whole week. Why on earth do you want to stay?
I want to get a feel for this place. It's where my son spent his last months alive. It's a sentimental thing, really.
Out of the question. I can't have unauthorized personnel wandering around my station. Regulations forbid it.
But if I could just...
No, that's an order.
What is your job?
I make sure this place runs smoothly.
How difficult is it to ensure smooth running?
There may only be 20 people stationed here, but that's both Kobayashi and Mogami Hudson people. And they're two completely different companies, even different cultures. There's always some disagreement or other to sort out.
What's it like to work here?
We are 20 people living and working in a confined space, millions of miles from the nearest planet. It's both crowded and lonely at the same time. The work is uneventful but important.
It must be harder for you. The loneliness of command and all that.
At least I have a job to do. It keeps me busy. What do you do now that you've run out of funerals to attend, that is?
Well, I just sit around the retirement home all day. Now listen, Shannon, you may have 10 years of youth on your side, but I have 10 years more experience. You shouldn't make bets if you don't know the odds. What is your background?
I started out as a junior officer on board company freighters, working my way up to captain. I'm a leader of men, and I run a tight ship.
How well did you know Danny?
I like to get to know all my people. They are my family. I knew Danny well enough to like him and respect his work.
What do you know about Danny's death?
It was a terrible accident. As I am ultimately in charge of this facility, I take responsibility.
What was the result of the investigation?
As you know, Daniel's scout craft was lost in the black hole, so we don't have any evidence as to what exactly happened. And I refuse to send any more of my people out to that probe. One death is enough.
Did anything unusual happen prior to my son's death?
Mayer threatened to kill me. He has this aversion to authority, but things seem to have calmed down now.
What do you know about Mogami Hudson?
They're primarily a mineral exploitation company. Mining, prospecting, that sort of thing.
Who is your most trusted crew member?
I trust all my crew, Mr. McCormick, or else they wouldn't be on my station.
I have no further questions for you.
If there's anything else I can help you with, please feel free to ask.
You look busy.
This is quiet. If it was busy, I wouldn't even be talking to you.
What is your job?
I handle all communications into and out of Cerberus, plus near-space traffic control and computer operations. The control center is my baby. The Cap and La Paz, they think they run the joint, but at the end of the day, it all goes through me.
What's it like to work here?
Susan La Paz is my wife, so it's not as bad for me as it is for some of the others.
What is your background?
I've done this job since I left the academy, and now I just follow in my wife's footsteps.
How well did you know Danny?
Never spoke to the guy. I normally only meet people when they want to send a transmission to their families. He never did.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
I don't really know. There's been a massive increase in communications recently, and all my time has been taken up with that.
What do you know about Danny's death?
It's my job to stop ships hitting each other. Your son's scout was the only ship out there that day.
What do you know about Mogami Hudson?
I'll tell you one thing. When their supply ship comes once a month, it holds a defensive position nearby while the shuttle goes back and forth. They do not trust us.
How do you relax on this rock?
You don't. You just keep working. No, seriously. There's the bar, the gym, the TV room, or you can just sit in the garden. I'm okay. I've got my wife, but I wouldn't like to try my chances with the women around here.
What's wrong with the women around here?
Don't tell anyone I said this, but Bernard and Chew are over the hill. Ramon's engaged, and G-Spot, well...
Who's G-Spot?
G-Spot Gina Brooks, the pilot, otherwise known as G-Force, depending on how you fly her. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with Brooks?
If you're hung like a horse and you got the stamina of an ox, there's nothing wrong with her at all. She's, demanding.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Me? Hell no. My wife would kill me. I just hear things over the radio from other stations. G-Spot's legendary.
And I thought G-Spots were just mythical.
You got that right.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see you around.
Damn! I don't have the necessary pass for this. Have you got a minute?
Sure. Feeling sick?
No, I just wanted to ask you something.
Oh, right. Well, fire away.
What is your job?
I administer healthcare to people on board. I'm also a trained surgeon and paramedic. If there's an emergency, we can't afford to wait for a deep space freighter to get to a hospital. I have to do it on my own.
And if you get taken ill?
Then it's a case of physician, heal thyself.
What's it like to work here?
There's not much for me to do most of the time. People who do deep space research have to be certified medically fit before they can work out here.
What is your background?
After 7 years in med school, I went straight into on-site company health maintenance.
How well did you know Danny?
I only ever saw him on his monthly checkup. He never had any other illnesses.
What do you know about Danny's death?
I never saw the body, so I couldn't perform an autopsy.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Ward had a minor operation to have a wisdom tooth out, but other than that, just the normal headaches and hangovers.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
Not a lot. They don't get ill very often, and their monthly checks are done by their own doctors.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I have to go now.
Call me if you need me.
Hello.
Hi there. Say, got any chocolate on you?
Sorry, I'm right out.
Damn! I already used up my allowance for this week. Damn!
What is your job?
I'm primarily an electronics engineer, but I get roped into doing all sorts of mundane stuff. This isn't what I studied for. I wanted to be on the cutting edge, get fame and fortune, not be stuck in this rat-infested dump being treated like a production line.
What's it like to work here?
This place is hell. I'm working for Lucifer. Bernard is a real bitch. Total power freak. Every day she piles on more work. Whatever I do, it's not enough. The stress is making me ill. I had to have 5 days off sick last month. She'll be the death of me.
What is your background?
Before I was forced to get a job with the company, I lived with my mom.
How well did you know Danny?
I didn't have anything against him personally. I let people live their lives the way they want to, providing it doesn't affect me.
What do you know about Danny's death?
Don't blame me! I had nothing to do with it!
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Everything that happens here is unusual. I can't think of any place I wouldn't rather be.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They have no vices. They show no emotion. They just work. I can't understand them at all.
I've really got to go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine.
You're one of the technicians, aren't you?
I'm chief technician.
So you were Danny's boss?
Yes. I was devastated by what happened.
What is your job?
I'm in charge of technicians here. The Kobayashi ones, anyway. I coordinate research and liaise with the captain to get what we need for our work.
What's it like to work here?
Let's put it this way. If I'd known what I was letting myself in for when I took the promotion, I would have quite happily stayed at C7 pay for the rest of my career. No amount of money is worth the grief I get working here.
What's so bad about working here?
Where do I start? The secrecy, the politics, the corporate bullshit? Not to mention some of the assholes I have to work with.
Who gives you problems?
Well, the racism from that redneck ward I can just ignore. It's a shame that any witty retort you fire back goes straight over his thick head. No, the real shit comes from Roland.
How does Roland get to you?
He's lazy, devious, greedy, negligent. He'll get somebody killed one of these days. The equipment we work with, they're not toys. Some of them are dangerous if they're not used correctly.
What is your background?
I had a nice safe posting in the home quadrant for a few years, but when my scumbag of a husband left me, I got posted out here. Can you believe that? Seems the company doesn't like broken homes.
I know what you mean. What happened to your husband?
He got so pissed at being demoted, he tried to defect to another company. And you know what happens to people who do that.
How well did you know Danny?
He was a conscientious worker, enthusiastic, friendly, good team player.
Who did Danny work with most of the time?
He was with me and Roland researching the Orion effect.
What's the Orion effect?
Where have you been the past decade? It's only the biggest astronomical event since the Denebula supernova. Don't you watch the news?
I've been preoccupied for a while. Could you recap for me?
Okay, let's see. Do you know the Horse's Head Nebula? Seen from Earth, it's in the constellation of Orion.
Yeah, Quadrant 5, isn't it? Should be near here.
It is here. Or at least it was, until Devil's Gate appeared.
The black hole? You're saying it sucked a whole nebula in? Well, why wasn't it detected long ago? Well, surely you'd have been able to see it from Earth. Jesus! Galileo could have seen it.
If it had been around at the time, yes, he could.
Wait, you mean it's recent? It was never on my star charts. I was in this quadrant 4 years ago. I knew nothing about it.
It appeared 12 years ago, just before the end of the Corporation War.
Black holes don't just appear out of nowhere.
This one did. And that's the Orion effect.
What do you know about Danny's death?
He went out to the probe as part of his job. At the end of the day, it was down to me to ensure his safety. And I failed.
How do you think it happened?
Well, the controls of the Scout were rendered inoperable. The only thing that could do that would be an energy surge.
Do you have any records of energy readings from the black hole for that time?
I can look them up for you. Lord, there was a 3-megawatt flare emanating from the probe, not the black hole.
What could give off that much energy?
I don't know.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
He went out to the probe as part of his job. At the end of the day, it was down to me to ensure his safety. And I failed.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
The company specializes in geology. We don't have any resource sharing, so I can't tell you anymore.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
You're a technician here.
You're pretty observant. Can I help you?
What is your job?
I'm an astrophysicist. I work mainly as an assistant at the moment, until I'm more established.
What is it like to work here?
I'm a new recruit, really. I've been too busy settling in to form an opinion of whether I like it here or not.
What is your background?
I've only just qualified in physics from Space Guild Academy. This is my first operational posting.
How well did you know Danny?
I didn't really know him that well. I've not worked here long, and we were on different projects. He was always pleasant, easy to get on with.
What do you know about Danny's death?
I'm afraid I don't know anything that isn't already public knowledge.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Relations between everybody were a bit strained, but as far as I can tell, it's always been like that here.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They do some research in the catacombs inside the asteroid.
Thanks for your time.
Don't mention it.
I can see by your uniform that you're a technician.
Yes, that's right.
What is your job?
I'm afraid I'm not supposed to talk about what I do here. The company is very strict on this point. I'm sure some of the others wouldn't be so conscientious, but I have respect for the regulations.
What's it like to work here?
My work is interesting, and my fiancé cooks my dinner every day. What more could a girl ask for?
Your fiancé is Chandra, right?
Yes. I don't know what I'd do without him.
You'd fix your own food for a start. What is your background?
My father was a scientist, and as long as I can remember, I've been groomed to follow in his footsteps. He's a very clever man, and I doubt I could ever equal his ability.
How well did you know Danny?
He was a pleasant and helpful colleague. I liked him a lot.
What do you know about Danny's death?
It was horrible. That's no way to die, out there all alone.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
I wasn't aware of anything out of the ordinary, but then I'm not normally told about things not concerning me. You'd have to talk to one of the officers.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They have a different social manner to us. It is just the way that companies are.
I have to leave now.
Maybe I will talk to you later.
That leads to the outside of the station. I'll need the correct elevator pass. Looks like most of the horticultural tools are kept in there. I can see some tools. Most of them are useless to me right now. They look sharp and strong. As I understand it, the soil nutrients are automatically released from there. Hello. You were at the funeral, weren't you? Yes, I was representing my company. What is your job? I'm responsible for the Megami Hudson presence here. What's it like to work here? Working for Megami Hudson is different to working for Kobayashi. you could never understand. What is your background? I've worked for Megami Hudson all my life. That's all I'm prepared to say. How well did you know Danny? He was Kobayashi. We don't socialize. What do you know about Danny's death? It was nothing to do with us. Did anything unusual happen before my son's death? Nothing unusual happened under my command. Kobayashi has its own problems. Can I see your laboratory? It's a restricted area. Only Megami Hudson employees can enter. I've got to be going now. Just leave us out of your troubles, Mr. McCormack. It's a restricted area. Only Megami Hudson employees can enter. The company uses those for standard cargo transport. This appliance sprays out carbon dioxide. It'll freeze anything it hits. It's a wrench. Excuse me.
What do you want? I got work to do.
What is your job?
I keep this hunk of rock where it is, instead of going down the plug hole. I'm the only one here who knows jack shit about engineering. Ergo, I gotta go fix every damn thing that goes wrong. The engines, life support, equipment maintenance. If it's broke, I fix it.
What's it like to work here?
It's shit. What's it like to go around asking dumbass questions?
What is your background?
I was combat branch in the war. I refused promotion so as I wouldn't end up an asshole like the other officers. When the war ended, they recognized my talent for improvisation and made me a fucking repairman.
How well did you know Danny?
The boy had initiative. He used to fix anything that went wrong in his quarters himself. Ergo, I never had to speak to him.
What do you know about Danny's death?
If there'd been a problem on the Scout, I would have fixed it. But no one reported anything.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
The captain had me up on charges for insubordination.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
I know I don't like them.
Why don't you like Megami Hudson?
I fought against those assholes in the corporation war. It's kind of hard to kiss and make up just cause they signed a piece of paper that says they're our friends now.
There were lots of sides in the war. Even Kobayashi changed allegiances, sometimes halfway through a battle. There was no real enemy.
It was them or us. Hell, you should realize that. You were in the thick of it, I hear. You got hurt, right?
Yeah, but I didn't hurt anybody else. And I don't blame anybody for what happened to me. The war's over.
Yeah, right. The war's over. They're our friends now. But they're still assholes.
What's in the caves?
Holes. Those Megami Hudson fucks keep making them bigger. They're researching minerals and shit. If they keep on digging, this whole fucking rock will cave in.
Do you know any weapon that could give off a 3-megawatt reading?
Only thing I know of would be a concussion charge.
Are there any concussion charges on board?
I fucking hope not. Those are dangerous sons of bitches.
Do you have any close friends on Cerberus?
Strangely enough, no I fucking do not.
I have to go now.
About time, too.
That's the emergency backup generator for this section of the station. The smell of the fuel stored here is terrible. Those boxes always contain lots of intricate wiring. It's an electrical cable insulated to carry high voltage current. They're the elevator doors. Someone's been building up their pecs. This locker's been left unlocked. One of Brooks' pass cards. One of the pockets contains a Navcom pass card. There's nothing useful left in any of the jacket pockets. These people sure seem to have a wide selection of entertainment. Hi.
Hi there. What can I get you?
Nothing to drink, thank you. Not yet, anyway.
What can I do for you then?
What is your job?
I do the catering. Sure, there's automated food and drink dispensers, but if everybody had to use those for 6 months at a time, there'd be a mutiny. So I'm here to give a little variety, the human touch, as it were.
What's it like to work here?
Since I'm just about the only person on Cerberus who can cook, it's very busy. If it wasn't for Bina, I'd go crazy. We're to be married next year.
What is your background?
I was trained as a chef and worked in one of the company's executive resorts. But when I met Bina, I arranged to be posted wherever she was.
How well did you know Danny?
He only drank socially and never complained about the food. We had a couple of conversations, but he mostly stuck with his colleagues.
What do you know about Danny's death?
It was tragic. Cast a shadow over the whole station. It still hasn't lifted.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
I get to hear most of the gossip, but there wasn't anything worth noting.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They don't drink, and they take their food back to their quarters. They're very unsociable.
Thank you for talking to me.
It's what I'm here for.
Hello there.
You shouldn't really be out here. Best to stay in your room.
I wanted to ask you something.
Okay, but make it quick.
What is your background?
I was a member of the United Planets Peacekeeping Force up until the time they were disbanded by the pro-rearmament lobby. Then I was snapped up by Kobayashi.
What is your job?
I assist Ward. If there's any trouble, I back him up.
What's it like to work here?
There's not much to do around here. We rarely get any trouble. We're mainly here as a deterrent to other companies who want to steal our stuff. Corporation war mentality. Don't trust them. Fuck them.
How well did you know Danny?
I thought he was a nice guy. Didn't talk to him much.
What do you know about Danny's death?
As far as I'm aware, it was an accident.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
Well, Ward called me as a backup to an argument between the captain and mayor, but it was all under control by the time we arrived. That mayor is one dangerous son of a bitch.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They don't give us any trouble, but we have to watch them closely regardless.
Thank you for your help.
It was nothing.
We meet again.
Come to take a swing at me, have you? Make it good. Make it very good. It'll be the only one you get.
I've got better things to do, like find out some answers.
I knew you were one of those pen is bigger than the sword assholes. Get lost.
Well, that's a shame. I figured you of all people would know everything about everyone on this station. I guess I was wrong.
Hey, I know every damn thing. It's my job.
I don't think a hired gun would know the answers to my questions.
Well, why don't you try me, dickwad?
What do you do here?
Listen, Irish, we got niggers, kikes, slant-eyed spicks, and Asians all cooped up within spitting distance of each other. If it wasn't for me, we'd have all sorts of racial shit breaking out.
What is it like to work here?
Boring, boring, boring. Tell you what, your boy going down the plug hole was the most excitement we've had in months.
Thank you for your compassion and understanding.
Huh? Anyway, you're lucky you get to go home soon. I'm stuck on this rock for another 8 weeks. It sucks.
What is your background?
Originally, I trained to be a combat pilot. I had the reflexes and the attitude, but I never was any good with machines, so the bastards threw me out. I'm glad they did. All those smart-ass jockeys are real sleazeballs. I got a much more important job now.
How well did you know Danny?
He was just another white coat. Didn't mean no harm to me, so I didn't cause no harm to him.
What do you know about Danny's death?
My guess is he fucked up. You put a techie in a scout, what do you expect? He wasn't a trained pilot. He shouldn't have been out there.
Did anything unusual happen before Danny's death?
I got called to a disturbance by the captain. Mad Dog Mayer was going crazy over something. He went all quiet when I got down there. Just gave me this dirty look. Shame. I kinda wish he would have taken a pop at me. I would have shown him who was boss.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They step out of line, they're fist fodder.
Are there any concussion charges on board?
That's a matter for security. It's none of your business.
Thank you for giving me a shoulder to cry on.
Whatever you say.
Those things are built to haul heavy equipment around. Those things are built to haul heavy equipment around. My son was out in a craft like that when he died. can see some maintenance equipment inside. Down there is the engine compartment. That's where the pilot would sit. Shame. It seems that access to the navigation computer is restricted. Great. That gives me access to the navigation computer. There. Clearing the memory bank should buy me the time I need to find out what's been happening around here.
Where were you? I was all set to slam dunk you into submission.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Well, you're a bit early to be returned to the Kashiro. I'm just about to run the pre-flight checks.
Well, don't let me stop you. I was just having a look around.
Oh, Christ, will you look at this? The navcom's been erased.
Really? How awful. What does that mean, exactly?
It means I can't fly you anywhere until we get a replacement. And the earliest that that'll be is when the next supply ship comes. 1 week from now. Looks like you're stuck here, McCormack.
Thanks for the information.
Just remember, you didn't get it from me.
Some serious trouble for anyone leaving a high-powered laser welder unguarded. This will weld just about anything. Someone's been checking the stock inventory recently. That gives me some idea of what was in the armory a week before Danny died. This inventory is dated the week before Danny was killed. This inventory is dated the week before Danny was killed. Please, there's some illumination in here. It's the rat's home. One of the excavation crew must have left this down here. That hammer's being used in the excavation work. It's the rat that I froze. the observation pod. Concussion charges on board?
I shouldn't tell you, but maybe if you did something for me, I could point you in the right direction.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Well, Chandra makes pies real good, almost as good as my mom's. But he says I'll hog it all to myself. Maybe I will, but then I don't eat salads or bran cereal like the rest of them, so I think I should get more than the average share of pie.
Sounds, fair enough.
Right. And I know he's made a blueberry pie, and I want it. If you get it for me without anyone knowing, I'll tell you what you need to know.
I've really got to go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine.
reckon those new ultrasonic cookers do as good a job as the older models. Nothing beats good old-fashioned microwaving. I've become a lot more confident around these contraptions in recent years. This larder isn't very well stocked. Looks good.
Mr. McCormack, please stay away from my larder.
What is your best dish?
My chicken korma is the best in the galaxy. Everyone says so.
Well, I've had some very good korma in my time. I kinda doubt a young man like you could compete.
I'll prove it to you. I'll prepare a dish for you, and if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give up my job as a chef and join the security branch.
You must be pretty sure that I'll like it.
You'll love it. I guarantee it.
Thank you for talking to me.
It's what I'm here for.
think I've ruined the chances of any more volleyball games here. It seems that volleyball is popular here. I guess it's used as a peacemaker in brawls. This guy obviously knows his job. Looks like the cook's been busy. I've managed to bury the rat in the food. Hey, Chandra, what is this?
It's your korma. I left it out for you.
Have you seen what's in it?
I should have. I made it. It's only chicken.
I've never seen a furry chicken before.
Let's have a look. That's a rat.
Is it? Yuck!
I don't know how that got in there. Cursed things, they infest this place. I must apologize. Thank heavens you didn't eat it.
Quite. Smells wonderful. Thank you for talking to me.
It's what I'm here for.
Thank you for your help.
It was nothing.
go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine. Oh, great! You got it! Come to Daddy, my little beauty.
What about the information you promised me?
Oh, yeah. Talk to Raman. She was working with explosives. I can't tell you what type, though. You'll have to ask her.
Thanks. Enjoy. Experiments where you'd need concussion charges?
I can't possibly tell you something like that. Our work is confidential.
Your fiancé said you'd help me. I've done him a big favor.
If Jay said it was okay, very well. Yes, we have used concussion charges. We're not supposed to use them, so they're referred to as Gauge 3 wrenches on all stock inventories.
I have to leave now.
Maybe I will talk to you later.
What do you know about Megami Hudson?
They keep themselves to themselves. Their people won't even talk to ours, let alone socialize. I know they've got a different corporate culture, but when we're all stuck in such a confined area, you think they'd loosen up a bit.
Why doesn't the captain like Mayor?
Mayor is ex-combat branch. He was a soldier for Kobayashi in the Corporation War. The captain lost someone close to him in the fighting, and I guess he just hates anyone who fights wars.
Why doesn't Mayor like the captain?
Mayor doesn't like anyone.
Can you give me access to Danny's possessions?
I'm sorry, Devlin. It's against the rules. They have to be vetted by the company first.
Are there any concussion charges on board?
No, we don't need them here.
Can you give me the latest stock inventory?
Why do you want that?
I thought I'd see how much things had changed since I was working. Inventories are the biggest testament to lifestyles I know.
I had no idea you were so anally retentive, McCormack. Okay, you can have it.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Why don't Kobayashi have any interest in the caves?
The asteroid was found by Mogami Hudson and towed out here. In effect, they own this rock.
Are there any concussion charges on board?
Absolutely not. This is a research station, not a military installation.
I have no further questions for you.
If there's anything else I can help you with, please feel free to ask.
Got to go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine.
Through there is the bathroom. It contains audio-visual entertainment systems. He's a Kobayashi technician. I've really got to go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine.
Now I know what's currently held in the armory. Very interesting. It seems that a concussion mine was removed from the armory within a 4-hour period on the day before Danny died. Looks like an up-to-date inventory list. Access to the armory.
Only the captain and ward.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Further questions for you.
If there's anything else I can help you with, please feel free to ask.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see you around.
talk to you later, if I may.
I'll be happy to help you in any way I can.
Thank you for giving me a shoulder to cry on.
Whatever you say.
You look quite ill.
Do you think so? To tell the truth, I've not been feeling myself today. I'd better see the doc.
I've really got to go now.
Don't forget, if you see any chocolate, it's mine.
I'm sorry, McCormack. I've just been called to Roland's room. It's another one of his terminal illnesses. If you're sick, you'll have to wait until I get back.
That's okay. I can survive. Okay, let's check on everyone's medical records. See if I can shake loose some clues. Hey! Malachi Ward. No wonder he keeps that to himself. Well, it seems Ward is in the clear. He was under general anesthetic when the concussion charge was removed from the armory. That leaves Shannon. But wait a minute. Ward's ID card would have been with him. And the only person who could have used it while he was asleep is Dr. Chu. Why would she want to kill my son? What have we here? La Paz is 8 weeks pregnant. Looks like she's been keeping it a secret from everyone. Can you give me access to Danny's possessions?
I told you, that's against the rules. I'm really sorry.
I know about your baby.
Who told you that?
It doesn't matter. But if it was your child that was dead, wouldn't you want to have his possessions without some company asshole telling you what you could or couldn't have?
You don't pull your punches, do you? All right, here's the key to his bedside locker, but don't tell anyone, okay?
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
It should fit into an old-fashioned deadbolt lock. Found some letters lying at the bottom. I'll just unclip the bundle of letters. There's some deep stuff in these. They look like a collection of love letters written to Danny, but every one is unsigned. No clue as to who was in love with my son. What's this? One of the letters has a photo in it. A photo of my son's lover, Steve Kaufman.
So now you know the truth.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what? That your son was homosexual? Gay? A faggot? Which particular way would you like to have been told?
I have a right to know.
You gave up all your rights when you drove him away. We told each other everything, and he told me that you didn't give a damn about him.
That's a lie. Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm the only person Danny had left. The only person who cared about him.
He was my son. I loved him.
But your pride won't let you believe that he was gay.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Oh no? Then why are you searching through his private things?
I'm trying to find out why he died.
Well, now you can add crime of passion to your list. Maybe it was a lover's tiff.
I'm not saying that.
Bullshit. You're as bad as the company's Families for the Future policy, blaming the nonconformists, the misfits, the deviants.
Did you have anything to do with Danny's death?
Ha! What do you think? Work it out for yourself.
Danny, did you hate me that much? You could have told me. I wouldn't have been angry. I only wanted you to be happy.
Devlin? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We heard shouting.
Oh, shit. How many people are hurt?
Oh, just about everyone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're going through a rough time.
I think I'll turn in. I should get some sleep.
Good idea. I'll make sure no one disturbs you for a while.
Thanks.
Devlin, you better come with me.
What is it?
Look, it's better if we don't talk right now.
Jesus Christ.
Returning to the scene of the crime, eh? Guilty as hell.
I was told to come here.
That's enough, Ward. I can't believe it's come to this, McCormack. Your son's death was an accident, but you couldn't accept that. You had to become some sort of vigilante and execute the person you thought was involved. You didn't even have any evidence.
I had nothing to do with this. Ask La Paz. I was in my room.
Leave me out of this, McCormack. You've used me enough. I won't be your alibi.
In my mind, there is no doubt as to your guilt. But on Cerberus, we do things by the book. You will be detained until the next supply ship rendezvous, and then transferred to the nearest way station so that you could be tried by the company for murder.
And that's it? You're not even going to check anyone else's alibi? Because if I didn't do it, You've got a murderer roaming free.
We've got our murderer, McCormack. Ward, take him to the observation pod. It's the safest place to keep him. The Paz, make sure the news of Kaufman's death doesn't spread. I want this kept quiet. There's enough unrest as it is without people knowing there's a killer on board.
You're making a big mistake, Shannon.
My mistake was letting a psychopath into my station.
Okay, this is your home for the next few days until the supply ship arrives. Then, they're gonna take you away and fry your murdering ass, you son of a bitch.
I'm innocent and you know it.
You're a psycho, man, and you're going down. You got that ration pack I give you?
Yeah. Can't wait to taste it.
I'll check on you every couple hours, in case you want to piss or something.
How thoughtful.
Everything in here's been disabled, so don't think about causing trouble.
Asshole. It's an antique telescope. Someone round here has a sense of nostalgia. It's the telescope tripod. I'm sure I can put the barrel of the telescope to good use. Removing the lens leaves me with a metal tube. It's a lens from the telescope. It's the ventilation grill. I found something moist. It's supposed to be a biscuit. Surely I can't be expected to eat this muck. Okay, let me see. I blocked the only pipe delivering air into this area. The station's central computer should realize that I've got no oxygen in here. So, in theory, the computer will override the security lock, which means the doors should be opening about now. Well, one good thing about automated systems, you can confuse the fuck out of them.
Out for a walk, McCormack.
Just admiring the view.
You should be careful. Don't you know there's a killer on the loose?
How do you know about that?
Don't look so worried. I didn't kill Kaufman, if that's what you're thinking. And I know you didn't either.
How?
I was watching your room at the time he was killed. You didn't go anywhere.
Why were you watching me? Who are you?
Internal security. I'm undercover. I sent you that note.
You? So you're investigating Danny's death?
Strictly speaking, no. But I figured if you did some poking about, you'd rock the boat a little. And you nearly capsized it.
So what are you investigating?
I shouldn't really tell you.
I think I've done enough for you to be owed an explanation.
I guess you're right. Okay, 2 months ago, the number of encoded transmissions between the Mogami Hudson staff here and their main base increased tenfold. They found something, and it's big news.
What could they have discovered?
I don't know yet. They do research on both the black hole and the mineral content of this asteroid.
Could Mogami Hudson have been involved in the murders?
I've got no idea. It's possible.
What are we gonna do about it?
We start looking for clues. I'll see what I can find out about Megami Hudson's discovery, and you look into Kaufman's death. Nobody knows you're under arrest except Shannon, La Paz, and Ward, so make sure they don't see you. I'll meet you in the supply pod in 2 hours and we'll compare notes. Good luck.
Yeah, right. There are the doors to the elevator. I've got to be going now. Just leave us out of your troubles, Mr. McCormack. It's a restricted area. Only Megami Hudson employees can enter. They're giving off one disgusting stench. What in God's name are these?
Hi, McCormack. What did you find?
I'm not sure. What do you make of this?
Shit! It's organic. And it's alive.
Is it a Kobayashi experiment?
It's definitely not one of ours.
How about Megami Hudson?
Bioengineering isn't their scene. This looks like some kind of xenomorph activity.
They look like human shapes.
I don't like this.
Hey, Doc. Come and have a look at this.
They look like cocoons to me.
Yeah, but from what?
I think you better leave it alone.
We should get Bernard to have a look at this.
That's not a very good idea.
Why not? She's the best scientist on board.
Do you know something about these cocoons, Doctor?
As a matter of fact, I do. In 3 days, the cocoons will hatch, and perfect replicas of the Cerberus crew will emerge. Then the real crew will be terminated.
How the hell?
Oh, Christ. Whatever those things are, McCormack, she's one of them.
The arrogance of mankind is quite staggering. Did you honestly think that you were the ultimate stage of evolution? We were here millions of years before you, and now it's time to claim what is ours.
Not if I can help it.
Stay away from them!
Fuck you, lady.
Devlin, run! Ah!
Maybe I can use something in here to deal with that creature. That's the emergency backup generator for this section of the station. Okay, That should stop the flow of current through the cables in here. Hopefully there's enough power in this cable to fry that thing. Right, the power's back on. You want me? Come and get me. That thing's one tough bastard. It's only stunned. I need to finish it off now. This goes against every safety directive in the book, but it's my only chance.
What the fuck happened here?
I don't know. I came here as soon as I heard the blast.
Damn! If the thrusters fail, we start drifting down the plug hole.
Can you fix it?
I'll see what I can do.
And if you can't do anything?
Well, you fucked up the shuttle, so we'll have to evacuate on the supply pod. Shit. How could this have happened?
I'll tell the captain.
No, wait. Do me a favor. Don't tell anyone yet.
Why the hell not? They'll need to know if they have to evacuate.
Look, this could be just what the captain needs to have me put on charges for neglect of duty.
I hope you know what you're doing.
You just keep your mouth shut. I'll do just fine.
I heard what he said. We're gonna die, aren't we?
There's nothing to worry about. It's all under control.
I knew Mayor was incompetent. He'll kill us all.
There was a small fuel leak. It only needs routine repair work.
This whole station's gonna fall into the black hole, isn't it? I can feel the floor moving. We're slipping.
Calm down. We're not in any danger.
You can stay if you want to. I'm getting out of here.
Don't go in there. Oh, shit. I've got to stop him. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see you around.
If I'm accurate, I should be able to hit the central coil. That should straighten out the clip. Just as I'd hoped. One elevator with a security bypass, free for me to use.
So, you are a killer after all, McCormack.
Calm down, listen to me. There's something I have to tell you.
It's too late to talk your way out of this one. You've done the crime, now you have to pay the price.
Wait, call the others, this is important.
Oh, I'll call them all right. Once I've dealt with you.
You can't be serious. At least hear my side of the story.
I know your side of the story, McCormack. In fact, I know all about you.
What do you mean?
This isn't the first time you've killed an innocent person.
Hey, I had nothing to do with Kaufman's death.
I know you didn't. I'm talking about a long time ago, in the war.
I didn't even fight. What are you talking about?
Mitchell, Rogers, Lane, and Anderson.
My crew? That wasn't my fault.
You killed them in order to save yourself.
That's not true! I did everything I could to save them!
You killed her, you bastard!
Anderson. Oh, God, then you must be...
Her husband. She used her maiden name at work.
Why didn't you say something when I arrived?
For the same reason that I requested Danny McCormack be posted to Cerberus.
Jesus. You killed Danny.
Now do you understand? Are the pieces of the jigsaw falling into place yet?
You killed my son to lure me here, then frame me for murder by killing his lover.
And after all my hard work, you revert to type and kill someone anyway.
So why did Danny have to die? Why not come after me yourself?
Because I wanted you to find out what it was like to lose the only person that meant anything to you.
And after you'd framed me, I'd try to escape and be killed in the process? Is that it?
Something like that.
Well, what the fuck are you waiting for? Pull the trigger, I got nothing better to do.
Goodbye, McCormack. Rot in hell!
I was outside. I heard what he said.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. You just killed the fat boy. You got some explaining to do.
There was something in the supply pod. Cocoons. Some kind of xenomorph.
Bullshit. There ain't no such things as aliens. We've been looking for hundreds of years and found diddly shit.
The doctor. She was one of them. She killed Gates.
What the fuck? Dr. Chu? She's just uptight. She ain't no alien.
I know this sounds far-fetched, but you gotta trust me on this one. Whatever the doctor was, these things can change shape into whatever they want. It looked and sounded like a normal human, but it wasn't.
So where's this, alien now?
I killed it. Burned it to a crisp in the engine room.
I knew that explosion wasn't my fault. You were going to let me take the rap.
Would you believe me if I told you the truth?
I'm not sure I believe you now. So where did these things come from?
I don't know, but I think they wanted off this asteroid. Oh, think about it. They replicate the crew in the supply pod, destroy Cerberus and the real crew with it. and they're free to do what they want. No one would ever know.
You've been popping too many paranoid pills if you ask me.
Whatever they are, they're hostile towards humans.
So why the target practice?
Roland overheard us talking about the engine failure. He panicked and flew off in the pod. If I'd let him go, those cocoons would have hatched, and we wouldn't have been able to stop them.
He left us to die, that fat fuck. If you hadn't wasted him, I would've.
Chances are whatever hatched out of the cocoons would have killed him anyway.
Okay, let's say you're not crazy. You think there's any more of these fuckers aboard?
I don't know. If there were, I guess they would have stopped me destroying the pod.
This is some heavy shit, man. Take my advice. Keep this theory of yours to yourself, okay?
I've got to warn the others. We should all be on our guard.
You tell anyone that story, and they'll put you in a rubber room. Anyway, we got some more immediate problems.
The engines?
They're gonna fail. It's just a matter of time. And we gotta fix them now that we can't evacuate.
I can help. I trained as an engineer.
It's not as simple as that. I can rig a bypass round most of the damage, but there's a fuel valve I can't repair myself. It has to be replaced. There was a similar one on the supply pod's engine, but you fucked that real good.
Damn. How about the shuttle?
Different propulsion system. There is another option, though.
Try me.
The probe. The one that wasted your kid. It's got the part we need, but it'll take an engineer to get it out. I can't send Brooks. She's just a pilot. You cleared on scouts?
I've flown something similar, but I got a problem with my lungs in 0G. I might black out.
We gotta take that chance. You'll have to fly out to the probe, get the valve, and fit it to the exterior of the engine housing. I'll talk you through it over the radio link.
What do we tell the others?
No sense warning them unless we need to. Besides, we just killed the captain. We're in deep shit. I say, do it first, ask permission later.
Agreed. So, what's next?
I'll hide the body. You better get the 0G wrench attachment for the Scout. There should be one in the shuttle. Meet me at the Scout.
Okay.
Well, go on. Get.
I ought to be careful where I leave this. This wrench has been specifically designed for use in zero gravity.
What are you doing here? Who let you out?
It's a long story.
Where's Captain Shannon?
He's dead.
You killed him?
No, but he killed Kaufman and Danny. He tried to kill me, too.
I don't know whether to believe you or not.
It doesn't matter either way. What is important is that the geostationary thrusters will fail in a couple of hours if Mayor and I don't fix them.
How did that happen?
There was an explosion in the fuel storage area. We've got to bypass to the reserve tanks.
Shit. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Why? What's happened?
It's Ward. He's gone berserk. He's in the living quarters with a gun and some grenades. He's already killed 2 Mogami Hudson people. The rest of them are barricaded in their lab.
Any idea why he's done this?
It doesn't make any sense. He says Waterman is a monster.
Wait a minute. What kind of monster?
I don't know, but he said he saw this thing that looked like Waterman talking to Clifford, so now he thinks that all the Mogami Hudson are in on it. I've never seen him this scared before. Now you tell me the captain's dead? What the hell are we going to do?
Susan, you're in charge now. You've got to take control of the situation.
Yeah, you're right. How long have you got until you have to fix the engines?
Half an hour to be safe.
Okay, come with me. We're going to have to take Ward out before he kills anybody else.
Stay away from me!
Okay. We're just standing here. Now put the grenade down. No one's gonna hurt you.
No way! You're all fucking monsters!
You're back. Where's the captain?
He's dead, apparently.
Oh, God! They got him, too!
Ward, listen to me.
Devlin, leave him.
Ward, what exactly did you see? What happened to Waterman?
He changed, man, into something.
Okay, Ward. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna hunt down that monster and we're gonna kill it.
But Waterman, he's my friend.
Not anymore, he isn't. He's different now. He must be exterminated.
McCormack, are you out of your fucking mind?
We're your friends now, Malachi. We'll help you kill the monster.
You will?
This is bullshit. There's no monster. Ward, give me that fucking grenade.
The seal's going. This corridor's about to blow.
Raman, can you move?
No. Help me. Get Jay.
Don't worry, Bina. We'll get you out.
Bina!
Jay. It hurts.
Devlin, we haven't got long. This corridor could depressurize any moment. We've got to seal the doors, weld them shut. Can we get Raman out?
Not quickly enough. If we use a cutter on this wreckage, it'll kill her, and nothing else will move that girder in time.
Oh, God, poor kid.
Chandra, we've got to go. We can't do anything for her.
I can, Mr. McCormack. I can be with her until the end.
Jay! No!
I love you, Bina. And life without you isn't worth living. Mr. McCormack, I suggest you leave now.
We've got to weld the door seals, Devlin. Get the welder from the storeroom. Hurry!
I've got the welder right here.
Okay, seal the door. Okay, we've got to go do the other side. Follow me. Here we are. Do this door now. Jesus, it's gonna blow.
Poor bastards.
You couldn't do anything else. You had to seal them in, or we'd all be dead.
That doesn't make it any easier to live with. I should know. When is all this horror going to end?
Listen to me, Devlin. Get a grip. You've got to go fix the engines. Forget the past. There's people who are still alive to worry about now. Go see Mayor.
Where you been, man?
There was some trouble.
I don't give a shit. I've been waiting for you.
4 more people are dead. Can you find it in that cold fucking heart of yours to give a shit about that?
That's too bad. But if we don't fix those engines, there's gonna be a whole lot more dead people before this day is out. Get in the Scout and do what you gotta do.
If you can hear me, don't go back to the docking bay. There's an airlock by the vacuum laboratory. Use that instead. Do you read me, Devlin?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just blacked out. Roger that, La Paz. I'm coming in. What happened? Why can't I use a docking bay?
The shit has hit the fan.
Mogami Hudson have patched into the control circuits. They've taken over the whole station. They killed Bernard when she tried to stop them. The air's running out. We'll suffocate if we don't stop them.
What can we do?
We can put a concussion charge on their power lines from the outside. It'll fuck them over real good.
Let's go get them.
It worked. We've got control back. And the air's flowing again.
Good. I want to check the Megami Hudson lab for survivors. Maybe they can tell us why they took the station over.
Beyond help.
And tell me, why did you do this? Why did you try to take over the station?
The shapeshifters.
What about them? You knew?
We discovered them in stasis, deep within the asteroid. They promised us their technology if we helped them.
But they would have killed us all.
We had insurance. We developed a fluid that would cause their cells to dissipate, but wouldn't harm humans.
How many shapeshifters did you find?
There are hundreds of them, buried in the rock.
How many did you revive? How many are loose? How many?
You don't stand a chance against them.
What happened? Did you find out anything?
There's more creatures in the caves in stasis. Whether any more are being revived or not, I don't know. We've got to get out of here.
The shuttle's no use.
There could be a way. There's something you don't know, Mayor. The Navcom is backed up.
Where? I know every inch of that shuttle.
It's not in the shuttle. It's in the pilot.
Brooks?
There's a chip in her skull. In case of emergencies, it's the last place anybody would look.
Ugh, you got that right.
That's why you pulled her body out of the corridor.
Right. It was a security measure to ensure our ships can be sabotaged irreversibly by wiping the Navcom, but brought back online by senior officers, whether the pilot is alive or dead.
Okay, I'll get the Navcom back up from Brooks. Susan, you and your husband go with Mayor to the shuttle and wait for me there.
Hey, I don't need no escort. I'll be faster on my own.
We could go to the command center and call for help.
Good idea. I'll meet you there when I've given Mayor the backup. That must be the fluid capable of killing those creatures. I can't do any more for her. I'm real sorry, Brooks, but I need this more than you do. Right. I'd better give this circuit to Mayor. I hope Mayor can use this to reactivate the shuttle's navigation computer.
Here's the backup. Ain't as simple as that. The shuttle's been booby-trapped. We get 2 clicks from here and boom!
Shannon, that was how he was going to kill me.
That's what I figured.
Can you defuse it?
Should be able to, given time.
Okay, get to it. And watch yourself. Waterman's still on the loose.
Anyone comes near me, they're dog meat.
I've delivered the backup. We'll have to wait a while. The shuttle was booby-trapped.
So what will we do in the meantime?
Go hunting.
Waterman?
Exactly. While he is still loose, we're all in danger. If we can corner him, we can use the fluid that Megami Hudson developed to kill these things.
Let's go then.
What the hell could do that to a dog? It's Waterman. Or what used to be Waterman. I'd better get out of here and figure out a way to capture that thing. That creature's got to come out sooner or later. Listen, I've got a plan to deal with Waterman, but I need someone to act as bait as he comes through that door. Will you volunteer?
Hey, why me?
Think of it as a privilege of rank, okay?
I just hope you know what you're doing. Nothing's happening. It's not gonna come.
Wait! Soon.
I can't hear it. Wait a minute. No, it's staying put.
Damn. Maybe you're right.
We're just wasting time. We should...
It's trapped. Now to destroy it before it gets free. You okay, Susan?
Yeah, just about. That was close. Where's Jeff?
I don't know.
Oh God, he's lying hurt somewhere.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Maybe another one of those things has got him.
Possibly. Let's check on Mayor.
About time, too. Lowe's one of them. He attacked me.
No! You're lying!
I fought him off. And he ran away just before you arrived.
Devlin, how do we know it isn't Mayor? He could be one of them. He could be lying to save himself.
Fuck you, lady! Quit shitting me, or I'll whump your ass!
I think he's the genuine article, Susan.
Not Jeff! No! He couldn't be!
I'm sorry, girl. It was him.
Mayor, how long till you defuse the trap?
I'm almost done. 5 minutes.
Okay. Susan, stay here. I think I know where Lowe's gone.
Where?
The laser cannon.
Shit! He'll blow us away soon as we leave the docking bay.
I'll have to stop him then.
What if there's more of them out there? You won't stand a chance on your own.
There's one thing they won't have thought of. If the station is set to self-destruct, 30 seconds before detonation, all systems go offline, including the cannon. If I can get to the control center and start the countdown, the shuttle can get cleared.
That doesn't leave you a lot of time to get back here. What if you don't make it?
Then go without me. I'm gonna take these bastards out if it's the last thing I do. It's done. How long have we got?
I'll check. Damn. The self-destruct's been overridden.
It's in the control center.
Mayor, what would happen if I set the self-destruct on and then destroyed the override switch?
There'd be no way to stop the countdown.
You can't go out there again. It'll be waiting for you.
I'll take my chances. If I don't go, we're all dead. It regulates the environmental conditions in here. I've got to restart the self-destruct sequence first. This time, I've got to make sure that nothing can override the sequence. Just try and turn the switch off now, you bastard.
Shit, man, you're cutting it real fine.
Let's get the fuck out of here.